Despite loud protests inside the Senate chamber, the votes are in. The health care debate will move forward.
Hi, guys. Yeah, listen, brand new way to get into Comerica Park, kind of an exclusive club. They promise no waiting. All you have to do is leave your fingerprint. We kind of wanted to know what you think about this. Hi, Devin.
I'll take it, Paula. Plenty of high clouds, but also plenty of sunshine and almost no humidity. We'll see how long this stretch lasts. All right now, first at 4.
All right, Ben, and what this woman was trying to do to an insect that set her apartment building on fire. Good to have you with us today on First at 4. I'm Devin Scillian in for Karen today. We're going to begin with breaking news out of Washington. That is where high-level political drama has been unfolding on Capitol Hill over the last hour. Moments ago, the United States Senate voted on a proposal to go forward with the debate to repeal Obamacare. It was as tight as it can be. Vice President Mike Pence casting the tie-breaking vote, so it's 51-50, and that came just a week after the Republican effort to dismantle a pillar of former President Obama's legacy appeared all but doomed. Kimberly Gill following the latest for us from the newsroom with more. Kim?
Yeah, Devin, tight it was. Good afternoon to you. Essentially, this was a vote to start debating with a lot at stake for the majority of Republican leadership and for President Trump, for that matter. For years, Republicans have been promising to get rid of the Affordable Care Act, and this vote marks an initial win for President Trump, who has pushed senators for the last few days, quite frankly, to at least begin debating the repeal of the health care law. Before we look more in depth at the decision, let's go back before the tie-breaking vote was cast.
As for the ayes and nays. As for the ayes and nays.
Now, those were exclamations from protesters. You could hear their booming voices through the Senate floor just before Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell initiated the voting process. Meanwhile, other more joyful exclamations greeted Senator John McCain, who is battling brain cancer. He returned to the Senate floor today for today's vote, and it's clear that the Republicans' vote helped his party secure a victory. After the vote, he addressed the chamber.
But I stand here today looking a little worse for wear, I'm sure. I have a refreshed appreciation for the protocols and customs of this body and for the other 99 privileged souls who have been elected to this Senate. But make no mistake, my service here is the most important job I've had in my life.
And that was Senator John McCain that you just heard from there, expressing gratitude for being able to participate and serve in the Senate. He also thanked his constituents in Arizona for what he calls a privilege. So now back to the health care vote. Even with today's successful step, it is unclear whether Republicans will have the votes they need to uproot the law. But we do know the Senate will now begin debating, amending, and ultimately voting in the coming days on legislation that would have a profound impact on the American health care system. And Devin, we will, of course, be monitoring it all for you, and we'll keep you posted. Until then, we'll send it back to you.
Sure will, Kim. And that was epic speech by Senator McCain that is going to be shared a ton here in the coming days, no doubt about it. By the way, not long ago, President Trump addressed the health care vote. That was during a joint news conference with the Prime Minister of Lebanon.
I want to just thank some of the Republican senators who were really fantastic in getting us here, particularly John McCain for making the trip. But I think you're going to have a great health care. This is the beginning of the end for the disaster known as Obamacare.
So also ask about the immediate future of the Attorney General Jeff Sessions. The president said only time will tell. Not exactly a ringing endorsement. The president of the Lebanese prime minister, by the way, also pledged solidarity in their joint fight against terrorism. A 31-year-old man learns he is going to spend the rest of his life in prison for killing a 75-year-old man during a high-speed chase. Rashid Brown killed Rio Doctor of Orion Township last year after slamming into Rio's van. It happened while Brown was trying to get away from police after being caught during an illegal prescription drug deal. Well, today Rio's family, including his widow, got their chance to tell Brown about the way that losing Rio has impacted their lives.
I have lost the other half of us, my partner, my supporter, the future we had planned together, the father of my children, grandpa and papa to our grandchildren and great-grandchildren.
And the judge sentenced Brown to 100 to 150 years in prison. A Volkswagen executive is going to plead guilty to conspiring to defraud the government in diesel engine emission tests. That's Oliver Schmidt, who was the head of Volkswagen's Environmental and Engineering Center here in Michigan, but he's now been in custody since January and one of many VW employees charged in a scheme to cheat emission rules on nearly 600,000 diesel vehicles. Schmidt's expected to enter his plea in federal court here in downtown Detroit. We expect that's going to happen on August 4th. All right, time now for a look at the first forecast. A lovely warm day out there right now, Ben.
Yeah, yesterday was a little too cool for your taste, Devin. Today you'll probably enjoy the mid and upper 70s out there. But the most important part is that humidity is still low. Not much of a breeze. That's pretty calm or light in most locations. We will see some warmer temperatures tomorrow, no doubt about that, but not quite as cold tonight. So when you wake up in the morning, still comfortable, just not as chilly. A couple spots actually got into the 40s overnight. Humidity barging through the door tomorrow, so it's going to feel more like a typical July. Weekend does look fantastic, but we've got a couple rough spots in between, and we'll run those down for you in the 7-day forecast coming up. Devin?
All right, Ben. First at 4, let's run down some of the other big headlines making news today. Former Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort is on notice and under subpoena today. He met this morning, though, behind closed doors with members of the Senate Intelligence Committee. The Senate Judiciary Committee wants to talk with him next. Manafort's attorneys offered an interview transcript, but the Judiciary Committee said no to that. It has, though, issued a subpoena to have Manafort appear in person. That hearing will be coming up tomorrow. Meanwhile, the White House senior advisor Jared Kushner returned to Capitol Hill today to testify, again behind closed doors, before the House Intelligence Committee. Son-in-law of the president was to be questioned about contacts he had with Russians before and after last year's election. Kushner had no comment leaving the 3-hour hearing, unlike yesterday. Yesterday, of course, he spent more than 2 hours in testimony before the Senate Intelligence Committee. One of the things that makes a big event at Comerica Park so much fun is being a part of the crowd. So being a part of the line, not quite so much fun. New technology at the ballpark promising a way to skip the wait. All you need is your finger. Paula Tutman is downtown to show us how it works. Hey, Paula.
It's a new thing at Comerica Park, and the kiosk makes it plain. No lines for our fans ever. All you have to do is register with your fingerprints, and you become, for all intent and purposes, a fan with VIP access.
I like the idea if it goes nationwide and everybody can use it at all venues.
So biometrics, instead of scanning my eyeball like they do in sci-fi movies, they just take my fingerprint.
Here's how it works.
Put your 2 fingerprints down like this. So there it captured my biometrics. Then we'll scan your license just to get all your information. We'll answer 2 questions. You pass the quiz, take a picture, and then you're done.
You still need your ticket, and you still need to go through a security checkpoint. But you are promised less of a wait to get into the ballpark, or any place this vendor is set up, because you and your prints are now in the system. Will people be getting any calls or emails or?
No, they will not.
No marketing?
No, they will not.
And you saying that you don't sell the information?
We don't, not.
And the information can't be subpoenaed?
We do not share the information.
Even if the information is subpoenaed?
We do not share the information.
Even if you get subpoenaed?
We do not share the information with third parties.
Is this just a case of people too lazy to wait? Too lazy to pull out a wallet?
It's all about convenience.
We went back to our cybersecurity expert, Jeff Inglesby, Chief Information Security Officer for Flexible Plan Investments in Bloomfield Hills.
It means that it's a very valuable thing that we're giving up, and we need to be really careful that the company that collects it and uses it for authentication is protecting it. I would say it's very problematic, because anybody who watches the news will know that everybody who said, yeah, we're good, in the last 18 months got breached, because you had a motivated attacker who had resources and skill wanting to get at something. Fingerprints are very valuable because in the very near future they could be used in ways that we can't even predict today.
But here's the thing. At the end of the day, when the ball fans we spoke to had a moment to think about it, their opinions changed. Remember this woman who had some concerns? 2 hours later, we saw her signing up and registering, whereas the woman who had no reservations thought about it and changed her mind.
I actually don't think I would do it now, and I would actually do a lot more investigation.
So you know what, this almost feels like deja vu all over again. You may remember I did a story on some employers microchipping their employees. Now our cyber expert says he has not as much of a problem with fingerprinting because you can't be scanned passively, at least not yet. What he does caution is that you employ the George Jetson sniff test. In other words, think about anything, positively anything that could be done with this information in 10 years that you can't even imagine being done right now. If that bothers you in the least, push pause. If it doesn't, your fingerprint pad awaits you and entry into the park. Devin?
That is a great way to think about it, but we do have a crisis of imagination about where all this is going. But Paul, you've covered a number of stories like this before where we really are being asked to trade a lot for convenience.
And that's the thing that experts really want you to think about. If it's worth it to you, okay, great, do it. But at least think about it. Have a conversation with yourself and do some research.
Which was interesting how we saw two people come to different conclusions after they thought about it. All right, great stuff, Paula. Well, something that has been missing from the Girl Scouts is about to become a big part of their training. Ahead here on First at 4, a new set of badges with a focus that many feel has been long overdue. Also, a dramatic citizen's arrest, what this man was seen doing that prompted ordinary people to step in. And next, why an NFL player, his wife, and their baby have been out knocking on doors in Detroit.
Coming up all new on Local 4 News at 5 and 6.
A Detroit judge lectured a mother about gun ownership during her sentencing today.
There's nothing that you own that's worth you giving up your life for. And you almost gave up your child's life for it.
Hear more from the judge at 6 o'clock.
Back here at 4, from Cass Tech to the San Diego Chargers, Joe Barksdale has hit the big time in pro football. But before training camp begins, he's taking the opportunity to give back. Evrod Cassimy has the story.
Joe Barksdale is an NFL veteran and Cass Tech graduate, and he wants to see students here in Detroit succeed. So now he's using his own money to give back.
Hi.
Fine, and you? I was coming to let you know we're having a backpack and school supplies giveaway.
Joe Barksdale, his wife Brianna, and their beautiful daughter Kennedy are going door to door in this Detroit neighborhood, passing out these flyers about a book bag giveaway this week Wednesday.
Okay, my baby need a book bag too.
Oh, well, bring him through.
The 28-year-old NFL veteran and current LA Charger offensive tackle grew up on this street. He graduated from Cass Tech High School and feels it's his duty to help others.
How important is it for you to give back to these students?
Oh, it's really important. I mean, I wouldn't call it a responsibility just because I'm not doing it begrudgingly, you know. But at the same time, if it is to be, it begins with me.
Around the corner from Joe's childhood home is the Northwest Activity Center, where kids like these will be given these free and stylish spray ground book bags. At up to $100 a piece, he's giving away 500 bags, which he paid for out of his own pocket to encourage these students to do well in school.
There's something about walking away from an event with something. It reminds you of, what happened that day, and it just kind of drives the point home a little bit more. Anything is possible as long as you work toward it.
And if you'd like to get one of these free book bags, they're being given away at the Northwest Activity Center on Myers Road this Wednesday from 5 to 8 p.m. They're on a first-come, first-served basis. In Detroit, Evrod Cassimy, Local 4.
All right, Evrod, so right, if it is to be, it begins with me, and now it begins with Ben. You're right, yesterday was a little cool for some people for summer.
For July.
It felt,
it's going to feel a lot more like the month for the remainder of the week, but so far that humidity is still working in our favor.
Yeah.
So that's
gorgeous day.
So yeah, it is. We have had the sunshine out there, but this morning, man, if you woke up early, especially if you were out in the parts of Washtenaw, maybe even Genesee, Livingston County in our west zone, it was downright chilly. 44 in Ann Arbor, 49 in Flint, Lapeer also at 49. The rest of us were in the mid to upper 50s. And even though there will be some locations in the 50s this morning, or I should say tonight going into tomorrow morning, should not be quite as cold. I got a big no thank you here from that 50-degree temperature. That was up in Ray on storm pins earlier this morning. So we appreciate that shot. We're sorry about the temperatures, but it will be just slightly milder as we get into tonight. We're at 78 right now, which is warmer than we were yesterday at this time. Just a few mid-level clouds have been streaming over the our end of the state. Sunshine getting around them in spots, but we're going to stay away from the rain for the time being. That looks like it's going to start rolling in here As we get into Thursday, one shot of getting some rain midweek. And right now, there's not a whole lot to look at on the radar regionally either. We've still got about 24 hours plus before we start worrying about thunderstorms here in our part of the state. So high pressure in control for right now. Cold front on its way. That will trigger the thunderstorms again once we get into Thursday. Midday into the afternoon looks like the most likely chances of getting wet. But that's it for rain. High pressure comes in on the backside. And the weekend is looking fantastic. We'll drop the humidity again after we see it spike just a little bit there on Wednesday and Thursday. So skies mostly clear tonight. We'll call it 60 in the city, but there will be some 50s out there for overnight lows. In fact, let's break those down right now in our 4-zone forecast. We'll start here in our metro zone. There's that 60-degree reading. Start getting into some upper 50s downriver. South zone, especially away from the lake, we'll see mid-50s out there in Onstead and Morenci. Right in the low 60s here for Monroe and Luna Pier. West zone temperatures, this is where we saw some of the coolest stuff this morning. Should be a little bit milder into the mid-50s for those overnight lows. And north of M59, looking at mid-50s here as well as we start into tomorrow. So temperatures start to move upward. We go to 84, and of course, the humidity starts becoming more noticeable. We'll get to muggy territory there Wednesday and Wednesday night. That stays around the humidity through Thursday, but the clouds should keep temperatures down to 80. And again, that's our only shot of rain. Beyond that, it's dry, and look at that weekend, 78 Friday. As we get into Saturday, just barely above 80. We keep the humidity low with plenty of sunshine. So there'll be lots of stuff to do outside as we enjoy one of our last weekends in July. Devin?
All right, Ben. Up next, this woman wanted to get rid of a bug inside her home. The tool she used to kill it ended up causing a much bigger emergency. We'll have that and more when we come right back. Time now for a look at today's top trending stories, and let's start with a Kansas woman who ends up setting her apartment on fire while trying to kill a bug. $140,000 in damages when all was said and done. Monique Quarles, shown here, says she found the critter, picked it up, and set it on fire with her lighter. Interesting extermination procedure. She then checked under a mattress and found one more bug, but Quarles says her lighter malfunctioned, causing the mattress to go up in flames. The fire spread, and now she and another 16 other residents have been displaced from their apartment in Topeka. In Houston, Texas, a man is charged with drunk driving after being arrested by Good Samaritans. Alejandro Fernandez says he was out driving with his family last week when a white Mustang barely missed hitting them. Fernandez decided to follow the car and says it was weaving in and out of traffic, almost hit two girls. Eventually, the car pulled into a crowded parking lot, allowing Fernandez and the others to make a citizen's arrest. Also trending, a new push to support young women in exploring traditionally male-dominated fields. The Girl Scouts of all ages, from tiny Daisy Scouts up to teen ambassadors, can now earn 23 new badges that are focused on things like science, technology, engineering, math. The badges can be earned through activities like programming robots, designing model race cars, writing computer code, and going on environmentally conscious camping trips. Getting a lot of huzzahs for that today for the Girl Scouts. Need to pass some time at the airport? Travelers now have the chance to learn life-saving skills while they wait. The American Heart Association is installing 3 interactive kiosks that teach them how to perform hands-only CPR. This is so far at airports in Cleveland, Orlando, and northern Kentucky. Each year, that's near Cincinnati. Each year, more than 350,000 cardiac arrests occur outside the hospital. Receiving CPR from a bystander can double or even triple the odds of survival. Heart Association says there are no plans to bring the kiosk to Metro Airport yet, but they are looking to expand the program in the future. We'll see how it goes. I don't think a lot of people at the airport want to think about life or death issues. They're nervous enough. Up next, a happy update on a little guy who captured our hearts last week by helping his local fire department. Why the story is turning out even better than we hoped in just a minute.
I'm Mara McDonald. He is an elite athlete, a loving husband, father of a little girl who is the light of his life with a son on the way. So how did this man turn into this man?
Mentally, like some days I struggle a lot.
Coming up tonight at 11, this is not about drugs or opioids or anything else like that. This is about CTE. And if you have a child that plays contact sports, I think it's something you ought to see.
We talk a